Hi friends, welcome back. I am happy to see you again. In this session, I've got lesson 4 from the book 504 Words. I hope you enjoy it. First word, vapor. Vapor means moisture in the air that can be seen, or fog, or mist. Examples. Number 1. Scientists have devised methods for trapping vapor in bottles so they can study its makeup. Number 2. He has gathered data on the amount of vapor rising from swamp. Number 3. A vapor trail is the visible stream of moisture left by the engines of a jet flying at high altitudes. Eliminate means get rid of, remove, omit. Examples. Number 1. When the railroad tracks are raised, the danger of crossing will be eliminated. Number 2. When figuring the cost of a car, don't eliminate such extras as air conditioning. Number 3. If we were to eliminate all reclining chairs, no one would fall asleep while watching television. Villain means a very wicked person. Examples. Number 1. A typical moving picture villain gets killed at the end. Number 2. The villain concealed the corpse in the cellar. Number 3. When the villain fell down the well, everyone lived happily ever after. Dense means closely packed together or thick. Examples. Number 1. The dense leaves on the trees let in a minimum of sunlight. Number 2. We couldn't row because of the dense weeds in the lake. Number 3. His keen knife cut through the dense jungle. Utilize means make use of. Examples. Number 1. No one seems willing to utilize this vacant house. Number 2. The gardener was eager to utilize different flowers and blend them in order to beautify the borders. Number 3. Does your mother utilize leftovers in her cooking? Humid means moist, damp. Examples. Number 1. It was so humid in our classroom that we wished the school would buy an air conditioner. Number 2. New Yorkers usually complain in the summer of the humid air. Number 3. Most people believe that ocean air is quite humid. Theory. Theory means explanation based on thought, or observation, or reasoning. Examples. Number 1. Einstein's theory is really too difficult for the average person to understand. Number 2. My uncle has a theory about the effects of weather on baseball batters. Number 3. No one has advanced a convincing theory explaining the beginnings of writing. Descend means go or come down from a higher place to a lower level. Examples: number 1. If we let the air out of a balloon, it will have to descend. Number 2. The pilot, thinking his plane was in peril, descended quickly. Number 3. Knowing her bow was waiting at the bottom of the staircase, Eleanor descended at once. Circulate. Circulate means go around, go from place to place, or person to person. Examples: number 1. A fan may circulate the air in summer, but it doesn't cool it. Number 2. My father circulated among the guests at the party and made them feel comfortable. Number 3. Hot water circulates through the pipes in the building, keeping the room warm. Enormous means extremely large or huge. Examples: number 1. The enormous crab moved across the ocean floor in search of food. Number 2. Public hangings once drew enormous crowds. Number 3. The gallant knight drew his sword and killed the enormous dragon. Predict. Predict means tell beforehand. Examples: number 1. Weathermen can predict the weather correctly most of the time. Number 2. Who can predict the winner of the Super Bowl this year? Number 3. Laura thought she could predict what I would do, but she was wrong. Vanish. Vanish means disappear, disappear suddenly. Examples: number 1. Even in California, the sun will sometimes vanish behind a cloud. Number 2. Not even a powerful witch can make a jealous lover vanish. Number 3. Give him a week without a job and all his money will vanish. Words in use: a fan in the air. Fog, tiny droplets of water vapor, is the villain of the airports. In an effort to eliminate dense fog from airports, weathermen utilize giant fans, nylon strings, and chemical dropped from planes or shot upward from a strange machine on the ground. Nothing works as well, though, as a new weapon in the fight against fog. The helicopter researchers believe that if warm, dry air above the fog could somehow be driven down into the humid blanket of fog, the droplets would evaporate, thus clearing the air. In a recent experiment to test their theory, the researchers had a helicopter descend into the fog above barely visible Smith Mountain Airport near Roanoke, Virginia. The blades of the helicopter caused the air to circulate downwards, and an enormous hole in the clouds opened above the airport. Weathermen predict that with large, more expensive helicopters, they will be able to make the thickest fog vanish. Well, that's great. To support us, subscribe our channel. I'll see you in the next session.